Hey everybody! Well, today I thought we could take a look at the world's smallest mousetrap game. This looks pretty cool. Now, I've looked at a couple of these world's smallest things before. I looked and did a video on the Rock'em Sock'em robots. Those worked really well, surprisingly well, as small as they were. And then I also did the world's smallest lava lamp. That was a complete fail. That thing didn't work at all. And it's really too bad because I had high hopes for that. But now here we have the world's smallest mousetrap game. Now I remember this game. My brother and my sister and I used to play this game all the time. We always had so much fun playing with this thing. And now here it is in miniature form. So I'm curious about how well this is going to work. So let's open it up and check it out. Okay, so I got it out of the package now. So here's the little box for it. So let's open this up and see what's inside. Oh, ooh, look at that. Oh, that's nice. It has this cover in it. Alright, so there's going to be a ton of pieces in here. Now, it's been a long time since I have played this game. So I don't remember how to set up the board. I don't even remember how to play the game. Wow, look at these tiny little balls that are in here. I mean, how is this ever going to work with that small of the balls being that tiny? Because, you know, the weight of the ball is what made that work. I have my doubts. I have my doubts that this is going to work. We'll see. Boy, there's a lot of pieces in here. Okay, I do remember some of this. There's that bathtub. There's a moving piece right here. Looks like a hinged piece. I remember there's a guy that dives into something. Oh, look at here's a little teeter-totter thing. I think the guy stands on that or something. Oh, I remember these stairs. The little ball goes, wow, this is so tiny. Look at that. And the little bucket. Wow, that's neat that they got these tiny pieces. Don't remember what that is. Here's the trap itself. The little basket that catches the mice. Oh, you know what? That's what this is. I think that's the little mice inside there, or the mouse. I guess. I don't know. I can't really tell. Everything's so microscopic. Oh, there's the guy that jumps into the tub or something. Oh, I remember this. I remember you turn the crank or something, and that's what starts the whole thing going. Wow. Okay, this is going to be crazy to try to put all this together. That's the little thing that the basket comes down. Oh, there's that boot. This little boot kicks the bucket. Kicks the bucket. Let's see. That's the thing that the basket comes down and catches the mouse. I don't remember that piece. Oh, I remember this. The ball comes down that little pathway right there. This is the other part of that gear. Wow, you know, I forgot there was this many parts to Mousetrap. Okay, I think that's all the parts, and then they even give you the board. Oh, I guess you just leave it in here. So that's the board right there. Oh, and there's a few little like studs right here that everything goes on. All right, well, let's see if I can get this set up, and then we'll test it out and see if it actually works. Okay, so I managed to get this whole thing put together, and it is very fiddly. I mean, these pieces are just so small. You're going to need a microscope to put all these parts on, but they do fit. Now, I already tested this out, and I can tell you right now that there's going to be one of the main problems is when you turn this knob, and here I'll show you right now. Let's see, which way does it go? So when you turn this knob, watch the boot. Okay, so see how it... Oh, now it got stuck. That's interesting. Oh, that's because the bucket's turned over. Okay, so let me move this bucket. Okay, now let's turn this again. And watch that. Watch the way the boot kicks that bucket. Okay, so it kicks it so hard that it sends the ball flying. So let me put a ball in there and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I got the ball in the barrel, which isn't easy to do, but once you got it in there, now once it kicks, when the boot kicks that bucket, it's supposed to zigzag down the steps. But it ends up just falling off. Now you have to be really careful because of the slightest move. Okay, so here we go. See how it just sends it flying. So unfortunately, that part doesn't work very well. But this part actually works very good. So you can see how it just keeps the bucket actually, the boot kicks that bucket just fine. Yeah, and if you look, there's a tiny little rubber band right in here. See that right there? That is a little rubber band. And if they made it a little less strong, that would work very nicely. But it's got the same principle. There's a little thing right here. It's a tiny little red thing. That's what hits that stop sign, and that's what pushes that boot forward. That part works just fine. It's just that there's just too much power behind the kick. Okay, so I'm only going to do this once because it takes forever to set this up, and this is about the 15th time that I've tried this. So after you get everything set up, you have to make sure everything is perfectly level, because if it's not, these balls are not going to stay in the bucket, and especially this one over here, that one is the worst one for falling. So let's go ahead and try this out, and hopefully I can get this to work this time. Okay, so here we go. Oh, it did it a little too soon before the ball got to that. So this is the one that's always the tricky part. All right, you know what? I've got to make this work, so let me try it one more time. Okay, we're going to try this again. Hopefully this works. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, finally. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. If you knew how many times I've attempted this, I bet that was probably like take 50. I am not kidding you. Every time I had it all set up, this ball kept falling and knocking the diver out. And oh my gosh, but look at that. He actually landed in the bucket. And the net came down, and the little mouse is right inside there. So, oh my gosh. Oh, I can't believe I finally got this thing to work. Thank goodness. Okay, so I have to say this isn't a complete fail. I mean, it actually does work. If that boot didn't kick so hard, you could actually make the whole thing work. But I would say that it is so finicky. Those balls that are in the bucket, and especially the one over here, that's a real problem. So even just clicking this, like once you turn that and it makes that click to make the boot kick, that's going to immediately knock this over. So you're probably going to have a 1 in 1,000 chance of making this whole thing work. So, and even as I mentioned, I bet I did that 50 or more times to make that work just for this part of it. So, oh yeah, it was a bear. This is going to be a short video, and it's going to end up being like the longest one it took for me to make. It's crazy. But it does work pretty well. I mean, it works just like the real game. I was kind of surprised. This part was always the hard part on the real game, to get this to balance on the top of this pole. And it was hard to do it on this too. But I do like how that falls just like the real one. And everything works just like the real game. But I don't know. I would say if you want to play Mousetrap, go get the full-size one, because this one here is as great of a novelty as it is. It's just a real bear to try to make this thing work. But it's not a complete loss, and I do think it's kind of cool. I got this on Amazon. If you want to get one of these, that's where I got it. And they do give you a few extra balls here, because I guarantee you you're going to lose those because they are super tiny. And they also give you these tweezers to try to grip that ball, but it doesn't really work that great. And whatever you do, don't have a cup of coffee or some tea before you mess with this, because any shaky hands is going to make this thing not work. All right. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'd very much appreciate it. And until the next video, I'll see you then. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.